Hi, I'm Curtis. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to start outside here in the yard and just kind of sharing my heart to yours. Years ago, I got into television to promote reading. I'm not sure if you know my personal story that I did not learn to read until I was age 26. I learned here in Marin County. There's a program at the Marin County Free Library, the Literacy Volunteers of America. That was a program that taught me to read. My tutors, Steve and Jenny, they were just incredible. They were so full of love, and a lot of the work that I've gone on to do, I dedicate a lot of that to Jenny and Steve for helping me, be able to move forward. Another thing Steve and Jenny shared with me was an incredible therapist, Sophie Otis. And why am I talking about this today? Well, the two best things I ever did for me, just me: one, learn to read; two, seek the help of a therapist, a psychologist that can talk to you about what goes on in the head. And I'm getting to this because today is the last show of April. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, I'm getting a little emotional thinking about this because, for whatever reason, a lot of times men are us macho cats, and I'm throwing myself in that pot too, the fact that we think strength is being able to lift up something heavy, right? Well, strength is also lifting up those problems that we deal with and also helping other people lift up those problems. So we've put together this little seminar, this little gathering, and a lot of men around Marin County are part of this. May 19th at the Civic Center, 5:30 to 8. And we're also going to be virtual, so if you can't make it in person, there's going to be food, conversation, a lot of great things going on. So I hope you'll see these posters around the county in the month of May, and you can join us. Again, I share with people that shame and embarrassment is what kept me from getting reading help. I try not to be ashamed of things anymore. And embarrassment, I'm trying to deal with that as well. Those are those issues that we have to work with. Whatever it may be keeping you from reaching your goals, sometimes that therapist can help us out. So if you can join us May 19th, please be there, okay? All right, let's do some cooking today. It's one of the ways that I help myself stay healthy is by cooking and gardening. So today I get to share both of those worlds with you. Inside we'll do some cooking, outside we'll do some gardening, setting up the next show where we're gonna cook some carrots and some onions and whatever else I might find in my garden. Remember, it's about spreading love, his love, her love. All right, peace. Let's go do some cooking. All right, so we're in the kitchen today. Leftovers, how do you feel about them? A lot of folks say they don't dig leftovers. Me, crazy about them. In fact, the other day I was in the mood for some barbecue chicken. I asked Lisa if she was up for some. She goes, yes. So I run down to the local grocery store and I was gonna grab just a few pieces of chicken to grill, make some barbecue. And the chicken was so expensive. It was like 15 bucks for the cut up pieces. So I'm looking at the whole chickens and thinking, you're a chef, just buy a whole chicken, cut it up. The whole chicken was only $7. So I got to do a show someday on buying a whole chicken and cutting it up as opposed to spending twice as much for half as much chicken. So today I've got the leftovers of that barbecue chicken right here in my containers. She picked these containers up, I think at, was it Bed Bath & Beyond, baby? That you got these wonderful containers? She says, yep. Now, I've got an aluminum pan here and some tin foil. And I've got to share with you all that I'm trying to work my way away from those. This is one of the reasons I bought this braising pan, okay? And we'll talk about that in another show. The fact is that, we're getting rid of batteries that don't recharge in the house. That's one of the reasons we have an electric car. We're trying to reduce our carbon footprint. And as much as I love these Reynolds pans and tin foil, that doesn't shrink my carbon footprint. However, if I use that roasting pan over and over, I do. I don't have to put this in the landfill, okay? So I'm gonna use these. I've got a few left. Once they're gone, you won't be seeing those on the Curtis Aikens show anymore, okay? So forgive me for using them in the past. Now let's get to work here. I've got this barbecue chicken that's left over and it's absolutely fabulous. So what we're going to do is add it to the pan. Then we're going to put it, whoops, here we go. It's been in the fridge, so it's got to loosen up a bit. There we go. We're going to go ahead and place that was a leg. That is a thigh. Oh no, that's half a breast. And another breast, the bone and all. And that beautiful barbecue sauce, we're going to pour that over it as well. So just drizzle all that sauce in there. We may need to make more barbecue sauce for this episode. You know what? That's what we'll do. We're going to make barbecue sauce as well. Let's get this in the pan. Okay. That's like 4 pieces of chicken. Doesn't look like a lot of chicken, right? However, it is. It's just Lisa and me, so we don't need a whole bunch, right? So I'm going to put this in. And we're going to cover this, right? And if you remember from shows in the past, I've taken and, slow roasted chicken. I've slow roasted pork. We've made the pot roast. Now this scraper helps me get everything out of those little corners, right? So we can get all this in there. Waste not, want not, Mama would say. Okay. Get all that in. Scrape it all out. There we go. As much of that barbecue sauce. Yeah, I'm going to make a little more barbecue sauce, and I'll show you that because I keep getting letters saying, Curtis, share your barbecue recipe again. It's a barbecue sauce recipe. Well, it's really Mama's. And I'm going to cover all the chicken with as much sauce as I can. I'm going to turn the oven on to about, 250. I'm just going to slow cook this. Let this really heat up slowly. And then we're just going to make pulled chicken. We're going to pull the chicken off. And then we're going to make little mini sliders today for dinner with the little buns here. Okay? Great way to use leftovers. Any kind of meat you can do this with. Beef, chicken. Well, I wouldn't do it with fish. We'll work with pork, beef. There we go. We're going to close this up tightly. Turn the oven on to about 250. Remember, I think I've shared with you in the past that my oven runs a little hot, so 250 is going to be about 275. Then I'm going to reduce it a little later. We're going to slide that into the oven. And while that is happening, let's pull out the ingredients to make
Mama's barbecue
back
sauce.
in the kitchen with Curtis. So today's beverage is an Impresa Prosecco from our friend Meg and her company First Leaf. Way to celebrate, huh? That's a good one. The ingredients to make Mama's barbecue sauce. Now this recipe comes from our cookbook, Cooking is a Family Affair. It's got my picture on the back when I was about 385 pounds. Great recipes, wonderful tips from 3 generations of Aikens. Mama, me, and my niece Joy, Chef Joy. There's it. There's a recipe. Now, of course, I'll put it in the put it up there so you can see it. You can always write to me at curtisaikens.net or chef@curtisaikens.net. I'll email you that recipe. So let me show you the ingredients. It's a ketchup base. So we got ketchup, mustard, apple cider vinegar, Worcestershire, a magic ingredient, lemon juice. If you don't have a lemon, lime will work just fine. A bit of agua, water, and I've got some sugar here. You can use brown sugar if you like, or you can use honey, any kind of sweetener you want to use to that, okay? It will work. And the recipe actually calls for like half or a small onion chopped really fine. The last few years, I've been using onion powder, and I mixed a little garlic powder in there as well. Mom always talked about a little cayenne. If you want to spice it a bit, you can, which is optional, okay? So let's go to the stovetop and make Mama's barbecue. Peace, spread love. Wow, this is really a good Prosecco. Here we are at stovetop. Let's go ahead and get Mama's barbecue started. The chicken has been in the oven about 45 minutes. So let's start with our ketchup. Like I said, it's a ketchup based. Yeah, I'm going to use all the ketchup in the fridge before I open a new one. So about a cup of ketchup. And I'm doing this totally by feel. And when you've been cooking as long as I have, or as long as I have been trying to cook, feel is a good way to cook. That's about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of that mustard. We're going to add our apple cider vinegar. Let's go ahead and turn the burner on. And once we get this to a little simmer, we're going to push it back to our simmer burner. What did I say? About 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Yeah, that vinegar that really kind of cut through all that ketchup, that sweetness. I've got my brown sugar. Well, nope, that's not brown sugar. That is the onion powder. I've got my sugar, my lemon juice. I've gone ahead and squeezed those. Is that the correct way to say it? Squeeze. I squeezed it, Lisa. The past tense of squeeze is squeeze. Squeezed. Anyway, she's laughing at me over there. About 2 tablespoons of that lemon juice. Now, you can take a whisk and whip that up, but a lot of times I just like to take it and use a spatula just to kind of stir it in so I can get down to the bottom. There we go. And a lot of times it's that color that is the key here. I want that color, that mustard and ketchup to come together, almost an orangey color. There, just take your time here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? We're not done yet though. I'm going to add the half a cup of water to it. This will keep us from burning that ketchup. Yeah, the water in there. And we're going to let the water really cook out of it. Makes it a little thin right now, but that's okay. However, that's okay. There we go. I smell that chicken. Oh, it smells so good. Let me take it out and take a look at it. Just smooth that out. Let's add our sugar. Just stir that in. And add our onion powder. Or again, you could go ahead and use a diced onion if you'd like. I started using the onion powder when I started doing more catering jobs. It gives it the sauce has kind of a thinner feel to it, however, still rich with flavor. Okay, now we're going to bring this to just a little bit of a simmer. Going to lower it and push it on the back burner. Let's get a little boil going here. There we go, nice and hot. And we're just going to allow this to reduce. And there we go, Mama's barbecue sauce. We'll taste it, we'll check it, we'll taste it for seasoning, see if we need to adjust anything. When I say adjust, if it's too vinegary, we can add some sugar. And if it's not tart enough, we can add more vinegar or lemon juice. Is that all right? Is that all right? There we go. There's our little boil across the top. Now we're going to lower it and allow it to simmer. Just let it reduce. Let it cook until we're ready to add it to our barbecue. It's on that back burner. I'll lower that. Oops, I forgot to add the Worcestershire sauce. So let's add the Worcestershire. I just tasted it and I could tell there was a little bit off there. should have my own show. Hey, I do. On Marin TV and Novato TV. Let's go ahead and take a check on our chicken. Wait a minute, let's try that again. Let's check on our chicken. I got my UV gloves on. Let's pull it out and see what we have here. It's been in the oven about an hour at, I've lowered it to 200. Now, mamas, be careful when you open this up because there's a little steam in there and I don't want you to burn yourself. Oh, look at that. Oh, now we're gonna let it cool off a little bit so we can handle it. We'll put our food safety gloves on, then we'll just we'll just rip our chicken up. So we'll have pulled chicken for dinner. Yay. Well, let's give it the old college try and see if it's cooled off enough. Because my baby's getting hungry over there. And so am I. All right, so I had to open another bottle of Prosecco. Again, this is the Impresa. There's a gorgeous bottle. I do like the taste of this now. All right, so let's get back to shredding our chicken. Well, or should I say ripping our chicken, tearing our chicken. Just making that pulled chicken. There's the breast. Now, I like to remove the skin from that. Oh, that's much better. Look at that. It just kind of crumbles up in the fingers there. It's like making pulled pork, right? Except we're making pulled chicken. Just tear it apart. So if you worry about leftover, there's always something else to do with that food that you don't finish, especially if there's only 2 people in the house. I get a lot of questions from people saying, how do I just cook for 1? How do I just cook for 2? Well, just cook the dish. If there's something left over, figure out what to do with it the next day, okay? Lunch. You can make another dinner out of it 2 days later, right? Most of the time you can freeze what has not been used, and that gives you about 6 months more to use that dish, okay? So never fear, Chef Curtis is here with answers, my dear. I'm a poet, honey, and I don't know it. She's busy over there, y'all, so she's not listening to me. All right, that's mostly breast meat there. So that's torn really nicely. I've got a couple of pieces of the thigh. Remember, when it comes to that dark meat, they're the veins that run through there. So just take your time and pull those veins out because you don't want your loved ones having to deal with that, right? So as the chef or the food preparer, it's my job to make it not only taste great, also appealing, okay? And I take that to heart. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Just those food safety gloves on, you can just really go to town ripping things up, and you don't get all the grease on your fingers. See, that's that vein. I want you to remove that, set it to the side there. If I'm doing a big job, a big catering job, I'll have a container off to the side to put things like that into it. If there's a puppy around, ooh, they'd go crazy over that, huh? As long as there's no chicken bones in it. Do you think Coach would like that, honey?
Yeah.
Coach, that's Cole's and Jenna's puppy dog. I can't wait till I can make this for my grandson, Graham Otto. Pulled chicken. Hey, Papa. He's going to say, pop, 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 pop. Whatever he calls me, I don't care. As long as you don't call me late for dinner. No, that's beautiful. Just get that dark meat. Mix some of that in with the breast meat, and it adds so much flavor to it. Now, once I get all this in there, I'm going to really squish it up with my fingers. We'll add a little barbecue sauce. I've got the buns to my left. We'll go ahead and get these rolled up. There's another great thing about using these food safety gloves. So you can just scoop things out, folks, and never fear getting under your, nails. Got those manicured nails, right? Not me. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, there we go. Yep, I got all the good chicken meat out of that. Okay. All right, now just take your time now and just really tear it, rip it, squeeze it, make it mushy. Oh, there's a little bone that got away. See, that's what you do too, checking through that, make sure there's no bones in there, or the marrow, gristle, people call it, you know. Just take your time there, tear all that up. We've got our buns to the right. I'm sorry, to my left, your right. I've got some potato chips on my plate. My sweetheart's not a big fan of potato chips, so I may give her some corn chips to go along with some onion dip. Onion dip? No chips. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'm going to take my gloves off. Well, I'll take one of the gloves off, and I'll show you why. We're going to bring the barbecue sauce over. I'm going to add just a little barbecue sauce to our pulled chicken. I'll take the left glove off. Now, our sauce is looking good. Let's turn that, our burner turns off on the back. I'll bring the sauce up. Here we go. Now, my buns, can you see the buns? Let's add a little barbecue sauce on the bun. Oh, this is gorgeous. Mom would love this sauce. I'm going to put just a couple of teaspoons into the mixture there. How about a barbecue chicken salad? What do you think that would taste like, huh? Again, we're going to mix this up very well, and we'll go ahead and make up our pulled chicken sandwiches. We're going to serve this up tonight with chips on my plate. Lisa's going to do hers a la carte. Do you like it open faced, or you want to make it closed, baby? Okay. There we go. Woo! Purdy, purdy, purdy. Now let's go knock mine out. Oh, aren't those gorgeous? I'm making 2 of these. I probably won't eat but one because, you know. Oh, looky, looky, looky. Here comes Cookie. All right, gloves come off, and let's do what we do best. Let's taste it. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to add a little more barbecue sauce to mine. Yeah. Sweetheart, I'm trapped by the table. You want to come try one of these and let the folks at home know what you think of them?
Sure.
Can I hand this over to you?
Yeah.
She's coming. All right.
Thank you.
Pulled chicken sandwich. She says it looks good. Okay, let's do my favorite part of the show, and we'll taste. Yeah, we got a winner tonight.
Good love.
Is it look good, love? She says. Is there barbecue sauce on my face?
I don't think so.
Very good. All right, y'all. Bon appetit. Wow, that's good. Dip my potato chip into the barbecue sauce. Barbecue potato chips. Don't double dip. Yeah, baby. Welcome back to the kitchen with me, Curtis G. I've got some things I want to talk about real quickly. In this glass, the mad scientist, Professor Curtis, has grown a carrot. No, I'm just kidding. I put it in this glass just so it would stay nice and fresh so I can show it to you. We'll go outside and pick some carrots. In fact, I think we're going to take a look through the whole garden and see what's all out there that's ready to work with. Also, coming up on a future episode of the Curtis Aikens Show, we're going to be talking about grits. Yeah, baby, grits. If you're a true Southerner, you love grits. And I've marked out the name so you can't see this brand. Well, we'll talk about that in a future show as well. We're going to make grits, going to compare them to their Italian brother or sister, Italian family member. Can you guess what I'm talking about? Any guesses, baby?
None.
The cousin to grits?
Polenta?
You got it. Ding, ding, ding. She won the prize. Polenta. All right, so before we go outside, I thought I'd talk to you about a couple other things to have around the kitchen, like this right here, a little plastic container, squeegee bottle, right? You know, we had some barbecue sauce left over, so we're going to just pour it into our plastic bowl there. We've got barbecue sauce for later on. And notice, I did not use a funnel. Other things that I love for you to keep around your kitchen so you're prepared are like a kitchen funnel, right? You see that there? If that had a smaller opening, you've got your kitchen funnel, you can put it there. And also, when you got to scrape stuff out, like so, we can scrape it out. That kitchen funnel is a great tool. And I've got several different sizes of funnels that fit in all types of things. Maybe one day we'll do a show on just gadgets you should have around the kitchen. All right, enough chit chat. Did you like that pulled chicken? Let's go out, see what I've got in the garden, see what we can do with that stuff, okay? When I say that stuff, I'm talking about that fresh produce that we grow in our garden. Peace, spread love. I just want you to know, I think this is so cool. The carrot that I showed you from the glass in there, and you know, I just threw the seeds in and thought I'd come back and thin them out later. However, it turned out so good this way, that carrot we pulled up. And if you want to get a baby carrot, something like that, you know, I've got my little basket to put them in. Let's get maybe 3 or 4. Let's see what this looks like, this big root here. Make sure I'm getting a good picture. I've got my DJI camera here. Let's see what that, oh yeah, so we'll pull that up. That's a big one. Let's see, hopefully get a big carrot. Well, we got a round carrot, okay. I thought the carrot would be much bigger than that, huh? Let's see, no rhyme, no reason. That's 2, we've got the third one inside. Let's see what this one looks like. Still a little round one. I can replant those and see if we can get other. Let's see now. I'll put up a couple more. I'm just looking to see. This is truly my first time growing carrots, so didn't know what to expect. However, what I'm getting has been really good. I'm going to replant this one. That's good. I'm just going to get enough to make a little serving. Oh yeah, those are like nice little baby carrots there. Okay, so we've got carrots. We'll take those in. I'm going to replant these and hopefully they'll do okay. All right, so let's go find what else we have in our beautiful garden today. There's our carrot patch.